Hello, my name is Tom Staunton. I work at the University of Derby as a careers consultant. And in this short video, I'm going to introduce you to the Futures Award in social media. This video is you're going to get to know a bit about me. I'm going to take you through what's required for the course. So hopefully you can be as successful as you want to be on it. So who am I? As I said, I'm a careers consultant. I work at the University of Derby. That means that I work with students on a one-to-one basis. I'm trained and skilled at helping people make decisions about their futures and how to implement those decisions. I do that through one-to-ones, through workshops, through helping academics design courses, and I particularly focus on working with students in the Law, Humanities and Social Sciences College and the Performing Arts section of the College of Art. And I also have a big interest around how social media and digital technologies can be used for people to develop their careers. I'm doing some postgraduate study in the area, and I look after this award. So, for the social media award, what you need to know is that I'm going to be expecting 3 things for you as you work through the award. And that's based around content, developing a social media profile, and putting in an assignment. The award is pass-fail. If you pass it, then you'll get a certificate, which you can mention on your CV, talk about job interviews, and that also will be mentioned on your final degree certificate as well. There'll be a record of that on what's called your Higher Education Achievement Record. So let's go through those 3 areas then. In terms of content, all of the materials for the award are housed on the Google Plus community. Let me just show that to you now. So, share my screen. If we can step out of that weird continuing tunnel. So, let's have a look. Everything sits for the award on the Google Plus community. So, if you're probably on the left-hand side of the page, once you load up googleplus.com, you'll be able to see a thing down here with lots of things on it. And one of these communities. If you go to communities, then it'll show you all the communities that you've joined. And one includes the social media recognition level community. If you've not joined the community so far, then there should be a link on the email that I've sent you that will allow you to request to join. So when you join it, you join a page that looks like this. You'll get lots of posts all jumbled together. And on the left-hand side of the screen, this is kind of the important thing for you to pay attention to. We have group discussions, any news about the course. We have all the weekly content, week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have the assessment, and those will be the main bits of the community that we're going to be making use of. So let's look at news first. So in news, I'll post updates for your course. So you can see I've got a welcome to the course up, and I've posted the course guide. I really encourage you to have a look at the course guide. It goes through what the course is about in a bit more detail, just a bit more the admin side of things. It's important that you sort of become familiar with that. And then on a weekly basis, or whenever else is important news, I'll be posting stuff up into the news section. Then I've got weekly content. So week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I click on week 1, then you'll see that there's a series of posts. So you've got 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4. These are the 4 sections for this week. So 1.1, as you can imagine, and they're all housed on the EdTED platform, which is a platform that works very nice. You can use it for yourself if you're ever interested. It allows you to take a video and put some content around the side of the video to create a lesson. It's free to join, but it probably will ask you to create an account just so that you can remember your details and you can and so that I can see that you're making progress on it. So if you have a click here, then it loads up the first lesson. Every lesson will have a video. It's probably about 4 to 7 minutes long. Click on the video, and it will just launch the player, watch through the material, and then there'll be a couple of things to do afterwards. So there'll be a think section, where I'll ask you 1, maybe 2 questions, which will be reflective questions, where you get what you think about the content and what you want to do about the content. There's no right or wrong answers. It's just for you to get you engaged with thinking about what you're learning. And then you may find a dig deeper section, where it'll give you some videos that you can go watch on, or some other bits of the web that you can have a look at just to explore what you're learning in a bit more detail. And then for the last section in each week, so in this week 1.4, there'll be a discussion link which will take you to a link back in the Google Plus community, where you can discuss what you've been learning with other people in the course. We keep the course as like a community feel, and you get to start supporting each other and start getting to know each other as part of the course. That's something I'll be really encouraging you to do, is to get involved in those discussions and start supporting each other. So as you work through that content, I'll be able to see that you're making progress. I have a dashboard that sort of sits behind this. When you complete the lesson, it takes it off so I can see that you've done it. And to complete the course, you need to have completed all of the parts to all of the weeks. Yeah. So otherwise, in the community, we've also got this discussion session. As you see, I've posted a couple of starter topics, but then you get these weekly discussions. So week one discussion: how do you think social media could help people develop their careers? So that's just a bit of a starter discussion for you to start talking with each other. So that's the first thing. That's the content that you need to be looking at. The second thing that you need to be thinking about is actually building a profile. So part of the course, I'd like you to actually build a social media profile to make use of for your career. Jump back and stop showing my screen. Okay, cool. Here, there we go. So I want you to, if you've not already, pick an account create an account on LinkedIn or Twitter or Google Plus or Pinterest, or start a blog or start using Facebook a bit differently. I want you to be using a social media account to develop your career. So as you go through the content, you start learning about how to represent yourself online, how to build relationships, how to learn things in a social media environment. You're actually putting that to practice through a social media account that you can use for your career. And we've got two requirements around that. It has to be a social media account. Social media is fairly obvious. I mean, you probably know the ones we're thinking of. But what I want, just in case of any confusions, is something that allows two-way communication. So you to talk to other people and other people to talk back, and something that's based around your, which is based around your career, so that you're using it to develop your career in some sort of meaningful way. Yeah, so I'm going to probably post some stuff this week about how to set up a social media account if you haven't already, or how to get started with LinkedIn or Twitter or things like that you may be less familiar with. Pick one. You can pick more than one, but pick at least one. And then as you're learning stuff through the course, there'll be activities that will encourage you to actually do things with that social media profile that you're developing. When you've completed that when you get to the end of the course, then you need to submit a link that allows me to view that social media profile. So you may want to look at connecting with me beforehand on LinkedIn or Twitter or something like that. On most things, if you look for Tom Staunton or Thomas Staunton, then you see who I am now, and you'll see my profile. So I've got my face attached to all of my profiles, so you'll be able to work out who I am fairly easily. So that's the social media profile side of things. Let me share my screen again and just take you through assessment. So if you go to the social media, if you go back into Google Plus, you see an assessment tab down the bottom here, and it takes you, and there's a link to the assignment, which will go through things in a bit more detail. But basically, what I'm after is a reflective account, so something that's talking about you, which talks about how you've developed this social media profile, how you're using it for your career, and I want that to be referencing the course materials. So you maybe so I think there's a number of key questions talked about in this document. Let's get the document up here. Yeah, so you'll see here, so it says there are a number of things for you to work through. So it's got to be reflective, it must be critical, so referring to the course content. It must discuss your use of social media throughout and the development of your career throughout. So I expect the two to sort of link together, how you're using social media to develop your career. It must be at least 1,000 words. Honestly, if you write any sort of decent, if you cover all the things, you'll easily get over 1,000 words, so please don't worry about it. And it's got to cover 5 key areas, which are linked to the 5 weeks content. So what do you consider to be your career development needs? What impression do you want to make online? How will you bring this about? What types of connections do you want online? How will you try and build these? How will you use social media to learn? And how will you make sure your activities on social media impact your career in the real world? can see that that needs to be in by June the 22nd at midnight, and there's a link which goes to university's website to the career services bit of the university website that allows you to submit that link. Submit it through a Word document, and also there'll be a thing that you can use to post a URL to your social media account. In terms of the writing, like, I'm not expecting a big academic piece. You don't need to reference everything throughout, but if you use somebody else's ideas, make reference to them. So Tristram Hewley, who's somebody that we look at a bit during the course, if you sort of reference him, then say Hewley says ... You can put reference in if you want to. Yeah, basically don't claim that you've come up with new ideas, but it's not an academic piece of work. If you've got any questions about that account, please do get in contact with me. If you've got any questions about the rest of the course, then please do get in contact with me. Let's jump back again then. So yeah, hopefully you've got hopefully this has given you a good introduction to who I am, what the course is about. Please do get in contact with me on email or on Google+, and I'm really looking forward to working with you all. Thank you very much.